Why did the tomato turn red? Because it saw the salad dressing. Ah, the absurdity of everyday life. It's there in the jokes we tell, the phrases we use, and the things we do without a second thought. Take, for instance, wishing someone good luck by saying break a leg. Imagine if we took that literally. The theatre would be a much more dangerous place. And then there's the act of knocking on wood to ward off bad luck. Who decided trees were our protective talismans against misfortune? Or how about the fact that we often pay more for ripped jeans? We're literally paying for less fabric. It's like going to a restaurant and ordering a half-eaten meal, but for double the price. These are the things that make our daily routines a bit more amusing once you stop to think about it. Isn't it strange how we never question these things? They're like the silent red tomatoes of our lives. Did you hear about the computer that sang? It had a bite. Now let's talk about the irony of technology, a field where the absurd meets the profound. Our world is one where our phones, the little gadgets we carry around, are smarter than most of us, and our cars, oh, they can chauffeur us around without a driver. Yet strangely enough, we're still scratching our heads over how to keep that glowing screen lit past lunchtime. Isn't it amusing how we've become so dependent on these devices that a low battery warning can send us into a panic? We've put robots on Mars, yet we're defeated by a dwindling battery. And what about those times when your GPS leads you on a wild goose chase, or autocorrect turns your innocent text into an embarrassing faux pas? These are the ironies that make our tech-laden lives a little bit more comedic. So next time your phone dies at the worst possible moment, remember, it's not a bug, it's a feature. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. Now, let's dive into the paradox of human behavior. It's fascinating to think about, isn't it? We're the only species on Earth who pays to live here. We exchange pieces of paper and digital symbols for food, shelter, and Netflix subscriptions. Meanwhile, birds are out there building nests for free, and squirrels are gathering nuts without worrying about monthly bills. Makes you wonder who's got the better deal, doesn't it? And yet, we're also the only species that laughs. We find humor in the absurd, joy in the mundane. We laugh at jokes, at silly videos, at the misfortunes of cartoon characters. We even laugh when we're uncomfortable or don't know what else to do. Laughter is our unique coping mechanism, our universal language of joy and resilience. We humans are a bundle of contradictions. We strive for rationality, yet we're driven by emotions. We seek comfort, yet we're drawn to challenges. We yearn for freedom, yet we create rules. We fear the unknown, yet we're endlessly curious. We're capable of great kindness and terrible cruelty. We're a paradox, wrapped in a mystery inside an enigma. So why do we do what we do? Why do we accept these irrationalities as normal? Perhaps it's because they make us human. They make us real, flawed, interesting, and endlessly fascinating. So let's end this on a positive note. Remember, we are the only species that laughs, and that's no laughing matter. What do you call fake spaghetti? An impasta? A little humor to get us started as we wrap up this journey we've embarked on together. We've delved into the absurdities of everyday life, the ironies of technology, and the paradoxes of human behavior. It's been quite a ride, hasn't it? You see, life throws us curveballs, serves us up a plate of contradictions, and sometimes it just doesn't make sense. But that's where humor comes in. It's our secret weapon, our survival tool, our saving grace. And it's not just about telling jokes or making others laugh. It's about finding the humor in our own situations, in our own lives. It's about laughing at ourselves, at our mistakes, at our quirks. It's about embracing the silliness, the absurdity, and the downright ridiculousness of life. Remember the technology that was supposed to make our lives easier? The one that sometimes leaves us more frazzled and frustrated than we were before? Or the human behavior that often doesn't make sense, turning our world into a paradox? Well, they're all part of the grand comedy that is life. They're the ingredients in our recipe for laughter, creating a cocktail of humor that helps us navigate the craziness of life. So let's continue to find the humor, to embrace the absurdity, and to laugh at the paradoxes. And that, my friends, is why we should never take life too seriously. After all, we're all just a bunch of imposters in a world full of real spaghetti.